My name is Alexander Mathys from ETH Zurich. I'm an assistant professor on sustainable food processing, and I would like to present our project on nutritional combined environmental impact assessment of Swiss food consumption and trade, together with our operational project leader, Dr. Abhishek Chaudhry, today with you. So, on the title, you already hear that we would like to combine a social dimension of sustainability, nutrition and health, which is linked to food consumption, with the environmental impacts, which is currently one of the methodologies quite broadly used. So we quantify sustainability impacts mainly on the environmental side when we talk about food. And we believe this we need to change because food has a significant social dimension if it comes to food consumption. And that is the idea of the project, where we have assembled a little project team. On the left-hand side, you see direct collaboration with our colleagues from the food nutrition group, from Professor Zimmermann, our group, and also Agroscope, the agricultural sustainability group of Dr. Gaillard and Dr. Nemecek. Here we could already realize the first parallel project where we agreed on a joint PhD thesis, which is then also focusing on nutrition combined environmental life cycle assessment. The project is called Nutri-LCA and starts next month. On the module 4, so the first one is expanding the knowledge, and this you are aware, that is aligned with the project description. Module 4, business application, we teamed up with Migros Industry, the largest food producer in Switzerland, and also the largest retailer. So here we have the possibility to access data from food production, but also from food retail and from the consumer insight studies. DIL stands for German Institute of Food Technologies. That is the German abbreviation. The English would be GIFT. That's why they kept the DIL. So that is a center which is working on process-focused life cycle assessment, and the partner here is Dr. Sergej Smetana. On the right-hand side, you can see our academic partner, where we have constant exchange from Maryland, Michigan, the FAO, Singapore, and Oxford University. So what we want to focus on, and you can see here our questions which we formulated and which we also put in our proposal. So that would be then, what is the nutritional quality status of current diets, so globally, but also the Swiss focus. Of course, we have the focus on Switzerland, but we also want to align this with a global perspective. What is the food-related per capita environmental footprint of the diet, again, Swiss and global focus? How does nutritional and environmental scores changed under alternative diets? Here we have already the combination between nutrition and environmental impact assessment. What is the macro, micro, nutritional, environmental, and now it comes also the economical side involved, price and sales profile of Swiss retail product portfolio. And again, we have a very good example with our business partner here on board. And what are optimum dietary transformation pathways to improve current nutrition and environmental scores? This we would like to do with this current framework which we develop, where we combine, as mentioned already, the environmental impact side with a complementary portfolio of certain indicators with the nutritional indicators, which we collected from literature, but we also extended this. So there are, of course, beneficial nutrients, but there are also disqualifying nutrients. Think about salt, think about fat or sugars and so on. And this we want to then link also with dietary change scenarios, and again, then focus on the Swiss retail product portfolio. And with that, I would like to give the word to the project leader, Dr. Chaudhry.
So, good afternoon. So here the idea is, till now the studies have looked at these aspects individually. So there are single countries, single nutrition, single environmental indicator, single scenario studies. They are in a plenty globally. So the impact of switching to vegan diets in Germany, let's say, and what are the impacts on greenhouse gas. So here what we would like to do is to really employ complementary indicators. So let's say for nutrition, we have, so what are the different types of items each country is consuming, and how do they get their nutrients from different food items? What percent of the population is suffering from zinc deficiency? So here we aim to employ over 30 micro and macronutrients. The previous study have only focused on calories or proteins, so that's a gap right there. Similarly, with environmental, people only talk about carbon footprint. So the Swiss diets per capita per day footprint of Swiss diet is around 4 kg of CO2 equivalent. Global average is around 2 kg CO2 equivalent. So that's why it's important to have a global picture, where does Switzerland stands in the world? What are the scopes for improvement? Similarly, in dietary change, people have looked at vegan scenarios, okay, but what about the micronutrients which are supplied only by meat products, for example, vitamin D, selenium, vitamin B12. So these consequences of dietary changes have not been fully understood globally. So that's and similarly in the environmental impacts, a lot of work has been done, a lot of new databases have become available in last 2 years only. So that's how we identified this gap and started this proposal that let's fill these gaps and bring all these indicators from different dimensions of sustainability into one platform and then look at how different nations perform. These are, again, the work packages. So first we collect who is eating what in which country and what are the nutrition quality scores. We compare them to how much zinc we need per day, how much we are consuming, so we can derive a nutritional score here. Here we can improve what are the environmental impacts on biodiversity or soil, and water, not just carbon. Similarly, then we link them and we say that, okay, this diet is good in environment but bad in nutrition, and then we can perform some optimization, linear programming, and other techniques to really design the optimum scenarios. So finally, we want to generate quantitative information through this project across multiple indicators of sustainability, which will help Switzerland to identify the key areas of improvement, and then that will bring them closer to the sustainable development goals. Similarly, thanks.